A great day for our city and indeed our entire state. Since I've taken office, our administration, we've invested over $600 million for critical higher education infrastructure investments. That includes more than $225 million we've invested in Louisiana's community and technical college campuses. Joe and I were joking that it seems we see each other a lot at different campuses as they're announcing new infrastructure, new investments, and new expansions, which is very good for our students and very good for our economy. We know that investing these dollars will not only help our students continue their education, but also make sure that we've got the skilled employees we need to grow our economy and to help employers expand right here in Louisiana. Indeed, one of the very first decisions I made as a newly elected governor was to commit those dollars to the community and technical college system. We made a commitment to improve the campuses and learning environment for our students because we know this system is a critical pipeline for making sure we have got skilled workers in Louisiana. It is great when our children, our students, go to a traditional four-year university, to a college, and we encourage everybody that wants to do that to be able to have the chance to do that. But we know that not every student is going to start their post-secondary studies at a four-year school. That is why it is absolutely critical for us to have a robust community and technical educational system. We're here to make an announcement that will continue to improve our community and technical college system, keeping our children here at home and helping to continue to grow our economy. One of the things we look at is which industries are growing, what type of skills our people need to get the jobs in those industries. One area where we expect to see significant growth is at auto dealerships, specifically jobs for auto technicians. In Louisiana, recent data show that there are over 2,700 open auto mechanic and technician jobs in Louisiana. That number is expected to grow by 17% by 2020. This is a growing industry, but we are not filling the available positions right now. Today's announcement is about closing this gap. We looked at why this gap existed and how we could better connect our people with these jobs. Matt McKay, who's with us, you're going to hear from him, of the All-Star Automotive Group, set out with BRAC, the Louisiana Auto Dealers Association, a consulting group, and others to study the local auto industry's specific workforce needs. They found some key things about this industry. First, they found that in Louisiana, we are slightly below the national average in the number of service technicians employed per 1,000 vehicles. Secondly, the study identified a need for nearly 250 automotive technology graduates annually to meet the industry's demand, 10% of whom would need to specialize in diesel mechanics. Third, auto technician programs in Louisiana are not currently able to turn out highly skilled specialists capable of maintaining the efficiency and integrity of new vehicles. Fourth, auto technician programs in Louisiana are shorter in length and less thorough and rigorous than those in most other states, which focus on state-of-the-art techniques for a long period of time. Fifth, 75% of the auto graduates in Louisiana receive no more than a year of training in their programs. Fewer than 3% receive 2 or more years of training in their programs. Sixth and finally, of the over 24 auto tech training programs in Louisiana, none is capable of delivering state-of-the-art technician training that auto employers require today. If we're really going to grow our economy and have the best skilled workers in the world, then we need to solve this problem and ensure that we have a first-class training program that puts our people ahead of the pack. And that's what today's announcement is all about. I'm proud to announce that we'll be bringing in the next bond commission. We are committing $13.9 million in capital outlay funding for a new Center for Excellence in Auto Technology right here in Baton Rouge. Now, this is more, let's give a round of applause again to these folks. I want to talk to you just for a couple of minutes about this facility, but this is more than just one facility. This is really about the future growth for the Baton Rouge Community College. This is about a new campus for them. This is about a new location for a charter school here in Baton Rouge. This is about redevelopment in terms of residential and retail redevelopment. This is really about revitalizing a very important part of Baton Rouge. So this is a great announcement in terms of the automotive training, the technician training programs will be offered, but it's also bigger than just one building and one facility. Let me start with the facility first, though. The facility will be a training ground to help us improve our auto technician programs. The East Baton Rouge Redevelopment Authority is working with the All-Star Automotive Group to develop partnerships with automobile technicians and manufacturers. And I do want to thank Walter and the East Baton Rouge Redevelopment Authority again for their critical role in this. For instance, the center will serve as a site for manufacturers to host training on new equipment and provide access to vehicle training aids that aren't available at current programs across the state. This will build a new 60,000 square foot facility that will be located on the new East Campus for the Baton Rouge Community College. Construction will begin in 2014, completed in 2015, after they do all the engineering, design, and other work that needs to be done before then. This is now, I told you there are a lot of people that helped to make this possible. This is part of a public-private partnership. It includes not only the state, It includes local government, includes the East Baton Rouge Redevelopment Authority, the All-Star Automotive Group, the Louisiana Automobile Dealers Association, the Baton Rouge Community College, the East Baton Rouge School Board, the Baton Rouge Area Chamber, the Baton Rouge Area Foundation, and many, many others that are working together to make this such a successful project. The bottom line is this new facility will better prepare our future auto technicians so they can find jobs here in Louisiana, which helps our economy grow and it keeps our children here at home. Today's announcement is part of a larger community effort that's about more than just bricks and mortar. Now, for over 6 years, leaders in the greater Baton Rouge area have made it a priority to develop Smiley Heights, a community that will consist of a residential neighborhood, retail establishments, and a charter school. The mayor's office, the city parish government estimates this new development will create 3,500 new households, 20,000 new jobs in the Baton Rouge metropolitan area by 2030. This is more than just about creating jobs and homes, though. The goal of this development is to reduce school dropout rates, to reduce inner-city crime, and to reduce traffic congestion. And I'm sure the mayor will talk much more about the redevelopment and why this is so important for Baton Rouge. This development is focused on career training from the earliest stages, and the new Center for Excellence in Auto Technology will give our sons and daughters yet another opportunity to get the skills they need to pursue their dreams right here in Louisiana. Today's announcement is truly a win-win for our workers and our entire economy. The training center will give our people world-class skills so they can find job opportunities in our state, and so we can continue the growth of our state's economy that we've seen over the past 4+ years. Today's announcement is great news for the future of Baton Rouge, the capital region, the community college, and our entire, again, not just the city of Baton Rouge, but our entire state. We look forward to making other announcements that will continue to grow jobs and grow our economy. Before I ask our mayor to come speak up, I know I told you there were several folks that came together from the private sector, the foundation, Matt McKay, the Automobile Dealers Association, the city parish government, the Redevelopment Authority. I also want to, again, I know I already asked you to thank them. I do want to thank our legislators. One of the things I challenge every regional delegation to do, because there are more demands and needs and requests than there are possibly resources, I ask them to prioritize their projects. I say to them, look, when you come to the state, you've got to tell us what are the most important projects. If we can't do everything on your list, what are your most important projects? And again, you've got some of your representatives and senators here. They don't all represent this area. But when they put together their list, they thought very, very hard about what was good for the entire region. This was one of their top priorities. And I think it shows you they were willing to get together and say, this needs to be in capital outlay. We need to support this because it's that important, not just for one district, one legislative district, but for the entire community in terms of jobs, redevelopment, and education. I know we've already given them one round of applause. Let's give your senators and your representatives another round of applause for doing this. Their first year, they gave me a list and they said, we've got 100 number one priorities. I said, well, that doesn't work. And so again, I want to commend them for making this a priority for the capital area region. With that, I know the mayor's going to want to talk not only about this new campus for the community college, but also what this redevelopment in Smiley Heights truly means, because this is a huge, huge step forward for the city. Please give a great Baton Rouge welcome to your own mayor president, Kip Holden.
Today, I guess, you know, and I know we have several speakers, but we started off this morning, a number of us, and a number of legislators as well, talking about a $300,000 grant given to LSYOU. But we were talking about kids and dropout rates and what can be done to save those kids. So if there's a theme for today's press conference, it would be centered around the word hope. Because there are a lot of people who have given up hope and find themselves more on the criticism side than on the side of believing that things can be done. But what you see right now are people who never stopped believing things could be done. And I'll go back to my friend Walter Mansour, who was Chief Administrative Officer. He was not one that believed it couldn't be done, because Walter, from almost the first week in 2005, Walter said, I look forward to the day when people can leave downtown, come on this side of the interstate, and see the same things they would see in other areas. And so in 2006, we started talking about Smiley Heights. But it just wasn't us. Everybody ran a leg in this race. And we were all committed to one thing: don't drop the baton. And so what you see today, you see people who have gone through a lot. Walter, John Davis, Spain, that other guy over there named Nolan, who's been a great partner, but many, many others who stepped up. And we were having monthly meetings. But again, when you have a legislative delegation and a governor that's been committed not only to this project, but many, many more projects in Baton Rouge, including brand new headquarters that are located here, this is a significant day. Hope. But then he touches something that we all talk about. How do we reduce crime? So now this team has come together with one of the many solutions to deal with crime. What do we do about poverty? This team has come together with one of the solutions to poverty. What do we do about dropouts? This team has come together to do something about the dropout rate. And what do we do about housing? Well, this team has come together and said, although your income may not meet the regular market standards, as a team, we will find ways to have affordable housing for you. And so we have all of these things that are developing out of this seed that's been planted. And so I tell you, my friends, rejoice, because I promise you this: when this facility is finished, people from all across the country, and indeed the world, will be coming to see what we're doing in Louisiana. And they'll be watching a shining example of hope. But again, let me thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of you. One family, one team equals hope. Today, you have brought us hope. But it's not just something that we will talk about. It's something that many, many people will see. And then they'll say, I'm sorry, I was a critic. I should have been in there doing the hard work and getting my hands dirty instead of standing on the sideline, being the coaches in the stand, but not calling a play. These individuals have been on the field a long, long time. This becomes our field of dreams, but this also becomes the voice jointly that will uplift people who never thought that anybody cared enough and never thought about hope, but now hope is a reality. Thank you, and God bless you.
First, I'd like to thank Governor Jindal for having the vision and his private-public partnership that he's fully believes and is committed to. And this money for the planning will really ensure the tremendous success of this project. Mayor Holden, his commitment from the city of $1.5 million to help purchase the major part of the 200 acres for Smiley Heights. The Mortgage Finance Authority, they have not been mentioned, but they should be. They originally put up the seed money to jumpstart the RDA, the Redevelopment Authority here in Baton Rouge. And their strong commitment to Smiley Heights. There was about a $500,000 shortfall to make the purchase of this property. So the Mortgage Finance Authority came up and put the additional $500 to purchase the property. So two key pieces there. Bob Israel, President LADA, and the State Board of Directors for the Louisiana Automobile Dealer Association put up seed money for funding to do some strategic research on this project. Big help, and all the dealers in the state of Louisiana very much for this program. Steve Carlin, local legislative delegation, who supported this project as their #1 priority for funding this year, and that, as the governor said, was such a key piece. The East Baton Rouge Parish School Board, Dr. Taylor, I'm not quite sure if Dr. Taylor's here, but Ms. Freiberg and a couple other board members, thank y'all for your support with looking at putting a project on the Smiley Heights property. Baton Rouge Community College, Dr. May, Dr. Miller, commitments to expand BRCC onto Smiley Heights would be a wonderful project. And then last but not least, I want to talk about two guys that I've really, these guys are unbelievable. John Spain and Walter Monsour, two of the most talented people that I have ever worked with. It's been a pleasure to spend the time. They've taught me a lot. That being said, thank you so much for coming today, and really excited about where this is going to take us in the future. Thank you.
Welcome to BRCC, to the Governor and our Mayor, Dr. May, elected officials, community leaders, and everyone that's here. Thank you for being here. I am so very happy to have you at our campus today. I would like to thank members of our LCTCS Board of Supervisors, if any of them are here today. At Baton Rouge Community College, our focus is access and success. Access to quality education and training, and ultimately access to careers in our local workforce. But our job does not end there. We must provide our students with the tools that they need to succeed. And when our students succeed, our community succeeds. Dr. May, the president of LCTCS, has a very clear philosophy that I admire. He says it's our students, our community, and our workforce who have needs, and not necessarily our colleges, but it is the college's business and responsibility to meet those needs. And all of us who are chancellors throughout the state, we really believe in that philosophy. So the Smiley Heights Project provides an awesome opportunity for BRCC to meet the workforce needs of our city, our region, and our state, while ensuring avenues of access and success for the students that we serve. So on behalf of those students, along with our faculty and our staff, I would like to thank all of you, all of the individuals, I can't name them all because there were a lot of them, who participated in making this partnership a reality, and we appreciate you so much. So thank you all for being here. This is really, truly a blessing.
Very, very important announcement for Baton Rouge Community College, the City of Baton Rouge, State of Louisiana. State's committing $13.9 million. Will be going to the Bond Commission to get their support for this in the capital outlay vote that's coming in the next several weeks. What that means is that will allow them to build a center for automotive excellence to train the auto technicians, the skilled workers our automotive dealers need right here in Louisiana. But it's more than that. It's also the catalyst for the new campus of the Baton Rouge Community College. It's also an anchor tenant for the Smiley Heights redevelopment. This is a very important project here in the greater Baton Rouge area. Ultimately will lead to, literally could lead to tens of thousands of jobs when you look at the residential, retail, and the redevelopment. So a very, very important project for the community college, very important project for automobile dealers and technicians, but also an important project for the bigger redevelopment in Smiley Heights. Several folks worked to make this happen. This was a state-city partnership, but also the local folks in terms of the private sector, Baton Rouge Area Foundation, automobile dealers, and many, many others worked hard to make this happen. So a very exciting project for our community college, a very exciting project for the City of Baton Rouge and the State of Louisiana.
This is going to be an exciting project, not only for the college and for the students, but for the automotive industry throughout Louisiana. You know, one of the things that we've seen happen over the last several years is a real change in the technology in today's automobiles. I think most of us are aware of that. Every time we get in our car, if we have the nerve to lift the hood up, well, we see something that we know is very different from what we've dealt with in the past. And today's technicians are skilled individuals, can work on today's technology, and can help support the industry in Louisiana. And we've had a shortage of skilled technicians in the automotive industry for a number of years. This program is going to be designed specifically to focus on not only bringing in individuals, but providing them the latest, the state-of-the-art equipment, the training programs that they need in order to go to work and make outstanding salaries that exist in today's automotive industry in the state of Louisiana.
I am just so delighted. This is an awesome opportunity. We, as two-year colleges, are about the business of helping fulfill the needs of the workforce. This opportunity, the Smiley Heights Project, does just that, and BRCC is so happy to be a part of it.
For people that are not familiar with that location, tell us about it.
That location is in the eastern part of east of the city, and it's an area that really needs the development. And so I just think that people are going to be very, very pleased to know that we're putting the kind of money and the educational opportunities and business opportunities in that area.
When today's announcement is over, what would you like people to keep in mind?
I would like people to keep in mind that it's absolutely amazing what can happen in a city, in a region, in a state when people come together with like minds, with the same goal, and they can make things happen.
A Center for Excellence that's a really big badge to wear. What that means is that we're going to be putting in place not only the latest equipment, but the latest practices, the most current that are state of the industry, so that when a student comes here, they can literally come from any place in the United States or anywhere in the world and leave with the type of training that will guarantee them that they have the knowledge, the skills, the ability to go to work, and immediately upon graduation, and we guarantee it.
If people have questions like more information about this project or the LCTCS, what should they do?
Well, as always, they can call Baton Rouge Community College for related to this particular project, or simply call the Louisiana Community and Technical College System, or look us up on the web.